In the top left-hand corner, a red Protoss player here from Genji. This is Trap. Clem in the bottom right. Blue Terran. Team Liquid, of course. Well, fun TvP. We just saw Clem show up against Classic. Let's see if we can do the same against Trap here. These two have already had some good matches. As this probe shows up, just going to nibble at the SCV. So SCV will take a few nibbles. SCV comes back the other way and continue to nibble at that probie. Probe just taking a little bit more damage. As it gets pushed away, the SCV continues to come on through. Again, barracks coming up. The gateway coming online. Probe finishing up from Trap. SCV finishing in a moment from Clem. SCV is just going to go nibbling. Probe getting hunted around. Nexus on the way up. That side course still coming through as well. And you have our Marine Orbital Command and Command Center building up on the side of Clem Reactor continuing to come through also here. Just getting a lot of that on the go for the moment. As our Marine gets back over there and picks away at that probe. Well, that probe continues out around down the bottom side. That's going to be seeing the setup. We're going to be figured out in a moment. What are we going to build from Trap tech-wise? Looks like a Twilight. Felt like a Twilight Council. We actually spent another 50 gas, though, so currently Trap will be techless for quite a while. Now we will see the Twilight Council going down. I was going to say definitely too late for Stargate. And Twilight Council comes in instead. It's just going to get that on the go. Two Stalkers going to be on the map as well. These Marines will just try and keep that probe away. Probe will be able to turn around after checking in on the front. Is gifting a sub the same as donating money? Yeah, pretty much. We get like slightly less % of a sub than if you just donate directly, but gifting a sub is always great because it allows someone to use emotes and, you know, do community stuff, and sub number is always a good thing, so yeah, pretty much exactly the same. I always promote gifting subs because honestly, I always think it's cool when someone gets a sub and they can spam the emotes in the chat and stuff for months and so on. Just going to be seeing a couple Stalkers there. Going to go after a couple of those Marines. Orbital Command taking some shots as well. We do have our medevac, wouldn't mind. A couple more depots coming through at the moment, so all of that is on the way here. Bringing a lot of this up and running. Stalker's still trying to hit the SCVs. SCV's going down so far. These Stalkers are doing decently. Oh, I like the idea of the Widow Mine drop. Trying to come in and catch those Stalkers retreating away. That would have been really cute if the Stalkers couldn't have gotten out of there. Actually would have been really neat. As our medevac comes over. Widow Helene inside. Next is still setting up, and we do have ourselves the blink about to finish here. And next is still on the way. Stalker's still on the way. Marines, tank, and a badge coming up. Robot facility sitting onto the front lines as well. And that medevac just boosting around up to the top and then towards the main base already. As we just have the Widow Mine here. We'll try and get some damage done. Trap does respond. Nicely done, but still two probes, as he actually just had two still mining the same mineral patch. Not pulled away. So two probes go down. Stalkers will push the medevac into the corner, so it's going to be low HP before coming back in further down the line. This next Widow Mine can get a Stalker. Nope, blink is good. Alright. That would have been nice if it actually had the Stalker, but obviously with blink, Makes it a little bit tougher. Cloak coming through on the starport, Banshee, Tank, Marine all coming through. A couple of SCVs still coming about. The Banshee starts to work its way around the bottom side of the map here. It's just going to start going across the other side. Temple Archives coming up from Trap as well as these Stalkers will fight, and the Siege Tank goes down immediately. That's a nice catch. A few more Stalkers still fighting, and again a few Marines taking some shots as well. We will see another SCV going down. I'm just going to have to get that back up. And the Banshee shows up, and there's no defense here just yet. Banshee doesn't have Cloak yet. Second Banshee out, and Cloaking is still in the way. Are we going to actually finish Cloak? I think so, because you've got Banshee number 2 to use, right? This Banshee will not get out alive. Stuck around for a moment too long. A little bit of misplay there, because that Banshee could have probably gotten away. Again, Storm coming up on the side of Trap, so we get that underway as well. Storm coming through. Medevac still sat in that corner. Widowmine inside of it. Raven, Stimpack, Marauder, Marines continue to come out here. You can bring all of that through as the Medevac still boosting around on the top. SCVs will go and nibble at those Stalkers. Widowmine here is going to get back through that. Medevac finally finding a way to cause trouble here once again. As the Immortal, I'm going to take a couple of shots. Widowmine goes off on just a single probe that gets blasted. So that will get dealt with. As we actually have the tank here as well, so you've got to be careful. This is unupgraded Marines, so they can't do too much. Means the tank's still trying to fight. Just going to be seeing a few more Marines going down. Stalkers will blink. Tank will be taking some shots. We've seen the Prism still sat here. The Immortal's going about. Fire will be there. You do see the Observer going down. Stalkers and the Immortal still pushing as the Widowmine's going to go off. Bang, bang. But the blinks back are good. And Trap going to keep the momentum going to this other side of the map. Away we go. See those Stalkers and those Immortals continue to fight. The SCVs will fight back. I'm just going to be having the Immortals still pulling back as well. Clem desperately pulling some SCVs. As we do see the Widowmine is going to go onto the Immortals, but of course if they go onto the Immortals, they can't just lift into the Prism and avoid those shots. As Trap continues to sit out the front. And thank you for the donation as well. I'll read that out properly when we get a little bit more of a gap in the game. Maybe now though, actually, because it feels as though things might actually be able to settle down here. It looks as though we're going to be good for a moment or two. So thank you so much, Artie, for the £15 donation. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. And Piras, StarCraft is the only game. Everything else is just an interactive movie. Thank you so much for the £4.20. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for the generosity on the donations. Thank you so much. As Marauders is going to drop down. Widowmine will burrow. Stalker will be able to blink back again. The mines are just obviously not doing much because of the available blinks. And that just keeps on happening. Medevacs will fire. Again, charge about to finish up from Trap. The Medevac's going to sit around the top. The CV's still pulling over. Again, Marine Marauder still coming up. Fire going to drop down. It's going to go picking away at this pylon. And we'll be falling in just a second here. Stalkers keep on firing up as the storm comes down again. Marauder's going to get hit. Zealots, High Templars, Stalkers all warping through. I mean, this is just looking to be too much. There's a few units across the map, but they're in two different places. We'll see how much he can do versus this full-on commitment to a base trade. I think Trap being more consolidated with the army is going to find benefit, and Clem just says GG. It's going to end right there and there. I think Trap is going to take game one of this best of. As we have in the top left-hand side, our Red Protoss here. This is Trap, who just took that first game with some ferocious play. Taking on in the bottom right side, the blue Terran player Clem. Get this up and running. Rodin, thank you so much for the 17-month resub as well. Appreciate it. Hey. How you doing? Thank you so much. How's that probe just going to nibble away there for a couple of seconds? We get that on the way. Cybercore's about to finish up there as well. Reaper's still moving across the map. We get that settled in for a couple of moments here. Reaper's going to hop up in a moment. Get that going. See how things will go. Reaper's going to fight. A couple of probes going to be sent about a little bit as well. Going to come about then the Adept moving through as well for a couple of moments. Going to see that SCV continue to fight. Going to be seeing the couple Marines firing, the Adept taking some damage. See that, wouldn't mind burrowing up. Probe is going to get blasted here as well. And the vac still coming through. Just going to try and see what we can do up to the top. As that blink is going to be finishing. Robo facility is on its way. And the Widowmine will just cause a good amount of lost mine time, but the probe is saved. So the probe actually gets to survive right there. That's obviously really cool. This Widowmine decides to unburrow and reburrow. Get that on the go. We are going to see at the same time as well that action happening. So Clem trying to put some trouble into his opponent's hands early on here. And having a couple of probes in the orbs then still coming about. Well, charge coming through, couple of probes coming up, Robo Bay on the way as well, as we have Stimpack Combat Shield and +1 also continuing to come by. He's going to get that Observer, going to get shot down as well. He's just going to be able to pick that off nice and easy. Sim Combat +1 coming through. Power charge coming up, extended thermal lance building through against impact combat shield. +1 is all building. As the ST Stalker's hitting the Marines taking damage. As Clem is going to try and make his way out onto the map. So he's just going to start pushing across here. So STT2, how you doing? Thank you so much for the 59-month resub. Using that +1 and extended thermal lance continue to come through as well, so we just bring that up. One of my fires, a couple more probes continue to come through as well. Just going to be seeing those going down. So Clem is going to still find some damage here. And we do have the army now starting to push out into the center. Hyonkos River, a small compact map, so this attack will arrive pretty quickly. Two gates going about, the cannons and the battery continuing as well. The Stalker's fighting here, and the Marauder gonna get chased around. The Raven getting taken out. The Marine gets pushed back as well. All that being caught as that bio will get here. Pylon batteries, gateways continue to come up. Next is gonna recall, as we are gonna be seeing our Colossus goes down. Okay, well, a horrible recall. Would have been better off just not recalling, right? I mean, that was horrendous. All those units from that recall just instantly die. It looks as though we're going to get game 3 here between Clem and Trap. Let's just have too much Clem power here on Ghost River. Going to go to Alcyone then, game 3. It'll be interesting to see then what the game looks like there, as you had two pretty different games. Clem able to get the better end of this one. Top right, it's going to be our blue Protoss player. This is Trap. Taking on the red Terran. In the bottom left-hand side, Clem. Booyah for all. Thank you so much for the 18-month resub, including 1 year in a row of resubscribing. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing great. Thank you so much. What do you guys reckon for a game 3 of Clem Trap? Interesting little match we got here, I think. Let's see how this goes down. Have our barracks setting up on the high ground. We've seen the probe nibbling, a couple of SCVs taking some shots as well. SCV chasing, probe. A little wonder about. Loop. Our pros continue to gather up in the upper right hand side. And the factory about to finish. Reaper's halfway done as we continue to this next step. Gets rid of the probe, trying to be annoying for a couple of moments, just like that. And the Twilight Council's about halfway done. The Stalker and the Warp Gate still coming up as well. Wouldn't mind popping. Starport about to finish. Just going to be seeing a couple of Hellions and the Reaper continue to press forward for the moment. We've seen a couple of Reapers going to shoot, and that probe is going to go down. Another one going down as well. There goes 3 workers in total. Not bad at all as the Stalker is going to try and play the chasing game. Reaper may be able to finish off at least one more probe here. Gets 4. Gonna try for 5, but that seems unlikely with the Stalker chasing. It was close, but we didn't get there. Nicely done. Oh, Weathermind is still going to boost across the map. There's a couple of medevacs. We'll continue to go across the other way. We have the Weatherminds then aiming for that mineral line. Let's see what we can do to slow down the economy these next few moments. Drop. Weathermind's going to blow up. On 2 probes? No. We'll actually come back in and just cause even more lost mine time. This time we let the Widowmines connect. Medevac too low HP to actually justify an escape, and so it does just let the Widowmines go down, so they will fall, and that will be that for the moment. Well, there's a couple of pros getting dropped. Of ourselves, the again gateway, a couple of probes, a couple of assimilators all coming about as well. Still seeing ourselves a refinery, racks, engineering bay, and a bunker coming up at this point in time. We get a little reactor down the other side of the map also. Gateway's going to get set up. +1 in stim pack continues through. And the Raven will just drop an order turret in where we're going to start picking away at a couple of probies, so kind of a little bit more damage dealt for the moment. Well, cancellation, we're going to get into the Templar Archives, so we're going to switch plans as Trap has Blink already, should be starting charge. That's what I was looking for, but there it is. Now coming up on the production tab. So we get that charge started. And we wait for whatever's going to be next, for whatever the next plan is. Water turret observer goes down. And Stimpack Combat Shield +1 all still coming through. Temple Archives halfway done. Charge still coming up. I will be the Stalkers get turned around once again. Army heading across the map from Clem, and we're starting to look for a timing. There's a drop into the main, which is going to be a Raven accompanying some Marines. Stalker's already blinked, by the way, so they're going to be in trouble over here. 2 Stalkers die, finally blink off cooldown. Oh, that's a massive pylon to deny. That's a lot of gates. 5 gates depowered off of 1 pylon. Push at the front now is setting up as well, and Crap is just not going to have the numbers he needs. GG is called straight up like that. Clem dropping the main base, push at the front, and just kind of rips Trap.